It's Monday morning, your alarm goes off at 6 a.m. for that workout you promised yourself you'd do, but you don't feel like it, so you hit snooze. Tuesday comes, still don't feel like it. By Friday, you're telling yourself you'll start fresh next Monday. Sound familiar? I'm Declan, and I'm here to tell you something that might sting a bit. You're waiting for something that's never coming. Here's the brutal truth. Motivation is a myth. It's the greatest lie the fitness industry has ever sold you. We've been conditioned to believe that transformation requires feeling inspired, pumped up, ready to conquer the world, but motivation is nothing more than an emotion, and emotions are unreliable. Think about Oliver, a mate of mine from Manchester. Brilliant bloke, successful in business, but he'd been trying to get fit for 3 years. Always waiting for Monday, always waiting to feel ready, always waiting for that spark of motivation to strike. You know what happened? Nothing, because motivation doesn't show up on schedule. The problem with motivation is that it's dependent on how you feel. And feelings change by the hour. You feel motivated after watching a fitness video, but that feeling disappears the moment you see your comfortable bed at 5:30 a.m. You can't build a transformation on something as fickle as your mood. Discipline, on the other hand, is a system. It's not about feeling, it's about doing, regardless of feeling. The most successful people I know, the ones who've actually achieved lasting change, they don't rely on motivation, they rely on structure. Here's what the research shows. People who depend on motivation have a 23% success rate in maintaining new habits. People who build discipline-based systems, 78% success rate. That's not a coincidence. Discipline is like building muscle. Every time you do something when you don't feel like it, you're strengthening your discipline muscle. Every time you show up when motivation has left the building, you're proving to yourself that your actions aren't dependent on your emotions. The best performers in any field, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, they all have one thing in common. They show up, especially when they don't want to. They've learned that consistency beats intensity every single time. So how do you build discipline? You start with systems, not goals. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, you create a system. I work out at 6 a.m., Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No negotiation. Make it so automatic that your brain doesn't have to decide. Decision-making requires willpower, and willpower depletes. But systems run on autopilot. Here's Oliver's transformation. Instead of waiting for motivation, he created 3 non-negotiables. Gym at 6 a.m. Tuesday and Thursday, meal prep every Sunday, bedtime at 10 p.m. That's it. No complex plan, no motivational speeches, just 3 systems he committed to, regardless of how he felt. 6 months later, 2 stone lighter, strongest he'd ever been, and here's the kicker. He barely thinks about it anymore. It's just what he does. Systems work because they remove the emotional component. You don't have to feel like going to the gym. You just go because it's Tuesday at 6 a.m., and that's what you do on Tuesday at 6 a.m. Here's your challenge this week. Pick one health-related action and turn it into a non-negotiable system. Not a goal, not something you'll do when you feel like it, but a system that happens regardless of your mood. Maybe it's drinking a pint of water as soon as you wake up. Maybe it's doing 10 push-ups before your morning shower. Maybe it's walking for 15 minutes after lunch. Choose one thing, make it small enough that you can't fail, and do it every day this week, regardless of how you feel. Don't wait for motivation. Build discipline instead. I'm Declan, and remember, transformation happens when systems replace emotions. If this resonated with you, subscribe to Raw Daily Fuel. We've got presenters from around the world, all committed to giving you the unfiltered truth about what it really takes to change your life.